I don't remember what I was gonna actually make a video about, but I do want to tell you guys this could be a very, very hot take, a very, very despicable take, the take that I would probably like send back myself to egg-hit incident in One Piece. I would probably get stabbed by Saturn in the back for being the Kuma of my Bonnie. That's so weird for me to say. But what I'm trying to say, like, I do have a pretty bad take, and I think majority of people would probably disagree with me. But I want to say that there's a game called Dispatch, and there was a Twitter going around saying that like Dispatch might actually be qualified for the next year Game Awards. Sad to tell you that I do not think this batch should even be nominated as Game of the Year. To be honest with you, I don't even think it should be even winning as the Player Voice of the Year. There was a Player Voice this year, and honestly, I'm just surprised it actually got there with Genshin and also Wooden Wave. Honestly, Wooden Wave deserved that win because it's such a better game, and I know for sure some of you are gonna actually complain about it because it's like saying shit about Wooden Wave, but some of y'all don't even play Wooden Wave at all just because it's a gacha game. Just to let you know, gacha games are very generational, getting much more better games every single time they release a new one. But I want to tell you something about is that I just don't see why Dispatch should be even actually nominated. I think like Dispatch is a pretty good game. It's a good game, fantastic game. It was a really fun game to actually see the storyline that we have set up in the superhero universe. I really did enjoy, man. It's fun to see just have the guy in most critical voice acting some of these characters actually. But I do think of Dispatch is a little bit of lacking. I feel like it's a little bit sad to pay that like around $15 for a game where I wish I could have a little bit more variety of options. Of course, we have our MS options like Invisigal and Blonde Blazer, but like I feel like if you wanted to reach to a quality of game of the year, I really do think it should be a game where like I should have much more variety of options and also much more variety of possibility. I just think like when everyone actually go out in a voice player of 2015 Game Award, people should really call out and like saying vote dispatch, and it's like a very a small group of like saying that, but like they're very big people. Just have the guy you don't want you to vote for Dispatch and something like that, and everyone was wanting Dispatch to win it because it's like a most god honest true game out of everything. But when Wooden Wave won of the Player Voice of the Year, people were not very happy, and they say like, "Oh, it's a gotcha gooners, and you never can never beat them." Just to let you know, hello, Black Wukong won Player Voice of the Year last year, up against with three different gotcha games. Check it out if you don't believe me. Check it out. But that's not the whole point. I saw like this batch was a little bit in shambles. The community is more so in shambles because they even call out to the Game Awards to actually disqualify gacha games from the player voice because they seem it's unfair. I think it's a bit unfair for you guys to come out and say that this game should be qualified when this batch is, I'm sorry to say this, it doesn't really feel like a proper game as well, as much as I would have to say. It's more like I think like this match could feel like more of a show instead of a game. I really do think like the honest to God, my biggest gripe about this patch is that there is no effect at all when you actually do the dispatching gameplay mechanic. I wish I would have more effectiveness of like what's going to happen to you or like why you did that or well something like that. I would have much more variety. I just think it's a small game. I do think it's a good game, but I don't think it's a good enough game to be voiced out as like one of the few greatest game of all time. I think it's a pretty fun game. It's a hot take. I don't know if you guys can even take it as a hot take, but like yeah, I don't think this patch. I think this patch hype is over the top. Thinking they deserve more credit. I think like the credit has been overdue for them. Just saying. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to defend Water Wave. I love Water Wave, but I also do think I didn't expect Water Wave to win that. Just to let you know, okay? Just to clarify that. But I do think like the game should actually be there is Hades too. Just saying, Hades is a song. I those two games should be actually winning of the player voice in my opinion. But Water Wave deserves that as well. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say. But I hope you'll have a lovely day or have a lovely night. Peace out, y'all. Sayonara, suckers.